What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Adobe Live and welcome to Feature Friday. And we've got an amazing guest today, Ryan Selvy. Hello, Ryan.
Good
For
morning or
for
good
people that are
afternoon.
unfamiliar with you, do you want to let people know who you are? I'm sure people know you by now. You're a Adobe Live veteran at this point.
I'm a Brooklyn-based artist with specialty in motion graphics and branding, and I do a lot of content online that's both educational for using the programs, but then also going over different brand breakdowns, things that I find interesting in the world around you. I think that design needs to be higher accessible to everybody, just because it doesn't need to be something that is taken so seriously, because everyone experiences it, and I love
Yeah,
to talk about that. So, thanks for
absolutely.
having
And
me.
I mean, I think the series that you've been running, like, I mean, they obviously File News been around for a really long time, but like you've been branching out and doing some like short form stuff, and you have your YouTube and all these like really cool like designer news things. I feel like when I moderate File New, I learn a lot, so it's very cool and
Nice.
like a nice fresh spin on the education of things because it's more opinion based from you and also from the team. And we have some of your regulars in chat already. Dino saying, "Hey, all the tables have turned." The tables have turned. I'm hosting
Hey,
Ryan
Dino.
today. Ryan's in the hot seat. And yeah, if you're a individual who is coming over from File New or coming over from any of some hosting things that Ryan has done, and you might be familiar, drop it in the chat. Let us know. Let us know where you're tuning in from. But today's Feature Friday, which means we are featuring something on a Friday, featuring something very cool.
Imagine that.
I know it's crazy. Imagine Feature Thursday doesn't ring a bell as much, but I think this is going to be a really cool stream because for people that may not be as familiar with your art side, you do some animation. You're familiar with After Effects. You're familiar with a lot of different programs, and that's kind of what we're jumping into today, which I'm really stoked about. But I've kind of taken up a little bit of the time. A quick intro, but do you want to kind of like I'll switch over to your screen and kind of let us know what we're featuring today?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Sick.
there's been a lot of updates to After Effects this year in particular. There's actually a whole page that you can dedicate to that I always go to. What's new in After Effects? You can see last update was June 17th. So,
Mhm.
this is all within like exactly a month ago. And there's a bunch of exciting updates like the depth of field, using SVGs, which is so like, I know it's a small thing, but it is such a
It's
huge deal.
huge.
Um, Updating masking, you can actually now go and take a screenshot straight out of what you're working on. And that's really easy to then pop into either um, something like Photoshop or like Slack or something to be able to send someone a quick screenshot. There's some noise updates, variable fonts, and then of course there's also the beautiful, wonderful object mat, which we will be talking about, which they've just been increasing performance on, and the stability of it and the speed is just unlike anything that was before this year. The
Absolutely.
stuff that I used to work on would take forever, and now it is way faster. So
And
we'll be
correct
going
my
over that today.
ignorance, but is the object mat in After Effects kind of similar to the like I can't remember the exact term, but in Premiere Pro how they added the like
Yes.
object selection feature,
Yep.
like, so I actually used that really recently, like within the past week for long
Hmm.
form content. My lord, dude.
It's crazy.
The auto keyframing of just like click a
Yeah.
button, okay, it's done. Like I'm not, for context, I've been aware of this, but I'm not someone who uses keyframing very often. Like more of like a still visual kind of vlog style editing. It's
Yeah.
insane. It's like I didn't even know I needed it, and I'm like, oh, it's just here now
No.
forever. So
You can do fun stuff with it now that, but previously that was like you could always technically could have done it, but you're like, I don't want to waste a week doing this. And now you're like,
yeah.
oh, I can even just try this out just because it's available.
Yeah, now
So,
it's an option, and
uh,
we're gonna get to see some of that magic in After Effects now, like
yeah,
brand spanking new.
yeah, and you can see that as I have it selected up here, it's just up here with everything else. It's kind of where your rotor brush used to be.
Hmm.
And so now you have, object mat, you have quick selection tool, selection brush tool, and refine edge tool. And so we're just gonna start off with the object mat tool, and we have this footage of a book and you'll see that just like Rotobrush, it's going to want you to actually go into full for best
Yeah.
response results. Um, and it's pretty fast. Like
Yeah.
you can just go and you can kind of just play it through, and then it will go from there. You can freeze it, um, and then it'll be able to lock it in for you.
And just
But
to clarify, you got this footage from stock, I'm assuming. Like this is a stock video from like Adobe stock or something
yes,
like that. Sweet.
yeah, this is stock footage, and that way we have the rights to it and everything. Um, and so this is 4K footage, so depending on, whatever length or resolution you have of
Mm.
any certain content, it's going to, also affect that kind of speed that's switching around. You can see here that we have like a situation where I want to switch something up, and
Mm.
so we had already frozen it, and I want to unfreeze it. You can always go in and change it based off of frame by frame, and you can see that automatic update
Wow.
in what you're
That's
working in, which is cool.
crazy. I feel like that
So
saves so much time in like the interim, especially in After Effects, like
yeah.
because I'm assuming you can probably apply this similarly to like 2D graphics, animations, things like that as well. I mean, I think you
Oh,
have a
certainly.
bit more control, but like in the interim, going back into the retrospect, say like you push something out as a finished product and you're like you lose the After Effects file or something like that, which I feel like
Yeah.
happens more often than not, you know?
I always hop right back in between both Premiere and After Effects
Mm,
pretty seamlessly.
mm,
Especially when I'm doing my video edits, like they both are open at the same exact time. By
mm.
the way, what I'm doing here is I'm just going to the selection brush and I am actively editing the selection that we
Yeah,
have
getting
to
those thumbs
tell the
out of there.
program this is what I want. Yeah, get rid of those thumbs, no thumbs. Although maybe we should keep the hands. Let's keep the hands. I
Oh, okay.
changed my
Yeah.
mind mid and so I'm holding down control and I can
Yeah.
bring up and down the brush, which is nice. But then you can go in and you can bring things in and out
Wow.
like
This is very
so.
accurate, all things considered. Like I know the
Yeah, I mean
brush
I'm
tool
just using
isn't
my
new.
mouse. I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything
It's crazy.
with a stylus right now. So it's just being able to have that control and being able to switch in and out.
Absolutely. And I see we got
Um,
a little bit of a rush of people in chat. Looks like people are waking up, or I should say viewing. So for those
yeah.
unfamiliar that that maybe came in a little bit late, we have Ryan Selvy of famous File New and other design endeavors and a wonderful host and community show guest of or community show host of Adobe Live, showing us kind of the power of some object matte features within Adobe After Effects, showing us some the use cases for it and how powerful this tool can be. I mean, these streams, these Feature Fridays are all about showing, the how far we can push the limits of these things or just really how they work. So I highly encourage you, if you're not at work and maybe lurking from the desk to hop into After Effects if you have it, like maybe design along with us because I think I've learned so much about these tools through the through hosting these feature Fridays of like, oh, I just didn't even know that was an option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
No, it is always nice when you get to learn while you're actually also actively hosting or working with someone on stream is very
It's
fun.
pretty sweet. We also had a question for you in the chat from
Ooh.
Florina Springstone asking, how long have you been using this app? Assuming Adobe After Effects being that app.
Wait, I started using After Effects actively, I feel like in 2014, 2015.
Wow.
So
Really?
over
11
so over
years?
10 years now. Yeah, 11 years. I actually learned it at work, which was fun. I
Sick.
have messed with and had video programs in my life since like middle school. So,
Mm.
it's over. I don't even want to say how long ago that was. And it was a natural progression. And I remember I'd gotten a gig for a chainsaw company. And
Oh.
I was just like, oh, I'm gonna just kind of work in After Effects for this and see where it goes. And I just followed some YouTube tutorials, and then I kind of became the de facto motion designer of the agency that I was working at. And then from there, uh, you know, uh, it just kind of continued to grow, which was fun.
We love to see it.
I'm also just like, look at how fast. I mean, like it's crazy that I completely
Whoops.
just revamped everything, and
Yeah.
then it already is kind of just like switching it out. I just had to kind of get to know the footage first. I am going to do something where right now we have a really long work area and I do not need that much footage like in reality. And it's going to get mad at me because it's going to try to do all this information while I'm trying to also poorly do this. But I'm actually going to bring down our work area. That way it doesn't have to work as hard because we don't need that information anyway. Um, and that'll make it also work faster. So.
Yes.
Sorry, I know we're taking a long time on this book, but this book is going to be basically our composition
Yeah.
of where we're going to put all of our other stuff. So I just want to make sure that this is a good cutout.
And
You can see
I know you're
here
saying we're
that
taking a while, but it took you 5 minutes to be
no,
fair.
I know, but that's the beauty of this tool is that it's actually normally even faster than that.
Oh, I see. I
And
see.
so
Fair
I feel
enough.
like that is almost kind of doing it a disservice because it's like, yeah, it's fast, but I mean, no, it's like it's faster than this. And especially if you're working with social content when I'm recording with like 1080p stuff, it's like it's just so crazy. Okay. I also done is better than perfect.
I like that.
Trying to always remember that. That's kind of a mantra I've been going for this year. Because you can always come back and you can always mess with it.
That's true. That is
And if
true.
you take too much time just obsessing over all of the details, then you don't get anything done.
That is
And that's a bummer.
absolutely true. I'll quickly interject, not too long, but there's a book that I read a while ago by
A book?
David Lynch, if I'm not mistaken. Crazy guy,
I've heard of
obviously.
him.
Yeah, but he has a kind of a mantra. It's the book's called Catching the Big Fish, and it's to
Yep.
the point of what you said. It's talking about how you need to chase the ideas and do the ideas before someone that's better than you does it. Like doing it
Yeah.
first sometimes is better than doing it better, which kind of
Yep.
goes to that statement as well as like just jump into these programs, do the idea, you know what I mean? Because you might be on the next precipice of something really, really cool and you know, could
That's
could
just how I
be
learned programs.
yeah.
Was I just do the things that like I've tried several times to do classes or something or like
Hmm.
follow like a 8-part series on YouTube. And for some people that is what works best for them. But know yourself and know that if you don't do well with that,
Hmm.
for me, I learned that it's better if I just like try to find to do the one thing that I want to do, and then I'll run into a roadblock, and then I'll go um, and learn how to do the next thing when I run into that roadblock. And that's how I do better at learning programs.
Right.
It's just to do it and then go from there. So
Oliver says
this is pretty
he
good.
has this David Lynch book. Thank you for affirming. But yeah, it looks great. And it's pretty impressive of like again, where I did a 5 minute intro, got 8 minutes in, and we're already locked in.
It just also got mad at me though.
Oh,
I messed it up. I messed it up. I done goofed.
oh no.
I went to freeze it and I messed it up. All right.
Hey, that is
Well,
a okay.
okay.
Sometimes we do a little misclick. Sometimes it does some funny stuff.
Oh man. Okay. All right. I done goofed, Jacob. I'm so
Hey,
sorry, dude.
you know what? That's okay. While you're figuring this out, I do want to hear in chat because I am curious. Are you an After Effects user? Are you a Premiere Pro user? I know I see a lot of familiar faces that, I see in a lot of Illustrator streams, um, a lot of Photoshop streams. But I'm curious, like, Oliver, Dino, Florine, if you want to interject as well. What's like your favorite like Creative Cloud app? Because I find myself asking this question a lot and end up not knowing the answer because I feel like it changes every week.
No, absolutely.
So
Um, Mine's definitely After Effects. I would be
yeah,
nowhere without After Effects. And
that's
if
a
it's
good
not
one.
that, then probably Photoshop, to be honest. Like, I know Premiere and Illustrator are better siblings to After Effects than maybe
Hmm.
Photoshop is, but Photoshop's the OG for me.
When
So,
I think of Photoshop, I think of like bootlegging like t-shirts and stuff from back in the day. That was like
uh-huh.
my entire childhood making like fake brands and stuff like that. Also, Florian Springstone says, "Surely you just wanted a demo how to fix it when you made a mistake, right?" We're just
Exactly,
we're
of
just trying to show how.
course.
And to be fair, you did fix it very, very fast. So
Yes, no, it's all a matter of
easy.
just giving it that propagation.
Hmm.
Um, I know I use Premiere Pro and Photoshop most of the time. I used to have After Effects, but since Premiere got the object masking tool, I haven't used After Effects. I know that's the crazy thing
Whoa.
about it.
I'm gonna make a
It
poll
like
while you're
really
showing this too.
has done. There we go. So yeah, I fixed it. There we go.
The power.
The problem that I had done there is I had moved it to a frame where I hadn't identified the object. And also here, this lies my point too of like the idea that
Hmm.
like we spent 3 or 4 minutes making a mask, which I then messed up, and then I took 20 seconds to make a mask, and it's a better mask.
Yeah, I mean, like,
like, like it's just, um, maybe we even just cut out that first part just to show you, like that is this is essentially how it's supposed to be. With like very, very, very minor refinement, and it just understands what I'm trying to highlight and says, "Oh, you want the hands of the book, so we're gonna go with the hands of the book here."
it just understands.
Which is always very helpful to have. And so it'll be finished probably in just a second. We're at 87%. I know we're about 16 minutes in, but oh, Kane's here. Hey, Kane, what's going
Hey,
on?
Kane, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you. I just put up a little poll for everyone. I know I could only do four options, but I did like what I would have considered the top four, you know? So
Ooh, all right.
look at
So
that.
here we go.
This is
We've
some
got these.
Wizard of Oz, uh, never ending story vibes going on right now.
That's what we're going for.
This is
We'll see. We'll
awesome.
get there in just a second. And also we don't even need to watch this at full
Hmm.
resolution. We can get even better performance if we go at half. Just because, like I said, this is 4K, and we don't need it to be 4K. Let's do
Yeah.
a scripts scale composition.
Oh, I did not know this was an
Um,
option.
you can go to width here, and we'll just make it 1920.
Wow.
We'll scale that down, and
So,
then that
and just
way.
for what I understand for people that may be unfamiliar, are these scripts kind of like folders in a sense for playback specifically, or is this exporting in 1920 as well?
Oh yeah, no, this is just this script fully just does different things that are essentially like, you know, um you can even install script. This is how
Mm-hmm.
some extensions are made, where you can just build up a script and you can install it, and then it can even be a UI panel, which is
Wow.
where you get some of your plugins. But then also some of these are ways that you can just automate your process to be able to be like, okay, I just want to resize everything and bring it down. So this is now my composition, is now 1920 by 1080, which
Oh,
is
wow.
1080p.
Okay.
So
I didn't
yeah,
I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. I never touched
that's
scripts
great.
in any of the programs, but I know that you're a scripts guy for sure.
Scripts guy. All right. So what we're gonna do is I want to take we're doing a lot of cutting out today because that is the name of the game of the feature that we're kind of highlighting. But I want to do a little train
Oh.
that will be going across uh, the book. So we have
Oh,
this train
fun.
footage. It's 22 seconds long. We definitely don't need it to be 22 seconds long. We only need like 10, 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
This is also 4K. I'm going to bring it down as well. And we're going to change the width again to 1920. Which, I mean,
Nice.
you can do all this stuff in 4K, but I mean, we're also just live streaming. I want to show you guys what this is like.
Yeah. Also,
Um,
just to ping, if you had your windows up, we weren't able to see the. I don't think it matters right now, but the composition setting windows for some reason we saw them
yeah, it's
before,
on my
but
second monitor. I
gotcha.
keep
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
forgetting to bring it over.
No
You could also
worries.
always go into here, and you can reinterpret the footage if you wanted to change the frame rate,
Hmm.
or make any sort of like color changes across the board. There's a fly on me. Um, Happy summer. Um, but so what I want to do here is I just want to identify this train, and we're gonna just do the object mat tool, and we're gonna see where it gets us here. So I'm double click into the layer. It's gonna load it up. I'm going to, it's telling me it wants to look at full resolution.
Jeez.
Even without that, it's just gonna tell me kind of what it's already looking at. So you can also preview it in different ways, right? So we could
Hmm.
see. this outline. We can do it just as a matte. Um, I want to also see if I can hop in here and maybe add some of this bridge. We don't necessarily need the bridge. Okay, that did
Yeah,
pretty good though.
it did really good.
Um,
Especially the
and then we're gonna
detailed little bar. Like it's so funny what it
right.
like decides is, I say, quote unquote difficult versus what isn't. Like it got a little bit of the I guess background in between the bars and the actual supports of the bridge, but it
Mm-hmm.
nailed the inside of the bridge.
It knows exactly what it's looking at. So,
Yeah.
um, we will. Should we shorten this? We should shorten this because our other one's only like 15 seconds, right? And we don't
Hmm.
want to waste too much time. So let's go and let's just go to. Oh, but I already identified it, so it's gonna work extra hard. It's gonna be mad at me.
Hey, we're here to
Rather than doing
push
that,
push it to the
we're gonna push.
limit.
We're just gonna go. We're just gonna hit go. Um, and we'll see where this gets us.
Okay, so this is
Um,
interpreting those keyframes, or like I should say those positions as you're clicking go.
yes.
Gotcha.
Yep, and you can see down here in this little green area that it's just saying that this is what it is accounting for to be able to understand um, what to cut out and what to keep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Um,
wild to see this like in real time too. Like just thinking of all of the years of trying to learn how to keyframe in After Effects or keyframe in Premiere, and just like, oh yeah, this is our future now, which I'm happy with, by the way. I don't want it to sound like I'm not happy with that.
no, rotor brushing is never anything that anyone is nostalgic about. It was something that really, 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 really took a lot of time and
Hmm.
was not fun. And the tools went along with the technology, but sometimes it just came down to literally just having to cut out frame by frame by zooming in. And
Hmm.
it's just now we have the tools to be able to understand what we're looking at. And there's some things in here that we can adjust, like reducing chatter and stuff, which is all still important. But for the resolution and the product that we're working on, we don't have to worry about it as much.
We have the
Um,
technology. This
Now
is
I
the
can
future.
see here it's getting a little goofy
Okay.
in that area on the in between. I'm not too worried about it because it's going to be over top of white.
Hmm.
Um, and also we're going to actually end up curving this. So I'm not too concerned about it, but we could always stop and do like kind of lifetime refinements if we wanted to, which is something that's been really good lately with the update. But, like I said, we don't want to waste too much time today. So we only got an hour.
Fair enough. These streams fly by. I do always wish we had a bit more time when I'm in the hot seat. I'm not gonna lie.
I am mad at this poll though. Like no one's voting for After Effects. I was like the only one
I'm
voting for After
pretty
Effects over here.
shocked. Yeah, it's a good call. I mean, we have 8 votes, and
Yeah.
it's split like 38%, 38%, 12 and 12, which is pretty nuts. Like I could see Photoshop and Illustrator being like the most popular, like, but also I'm surprised there's not more After Effects heads in the chat if they're if they're watching the stream. You know
After
what I
Effects
mean?
heads. If you guys are watching
Yeah.
the replay in your After Effects head, make sure you put it in the comments to let us know
Yeah. Let
that
us
you were
know.
here.
That'd be awesome.
Um, and you can see that even though the thing on the screen isn't moving, it is propagating it beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we're at frame 148 of 224, and it's speeding up. So, um, Florin saying, I like After Effects, but it isn't my favorite.
That's
Well,
fair.
reassess.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been become a much bigger fan of After Effects, working on kind of like YouTube stuff, like building
Yes.
out assets and Mogerts from scratch.
Yep.
For those unfamiliar with Mogerts, those are I don't know what they actually stand for, but they're like adjustable animations and I guess general, what would you call them? You can explain this better than me.
Like
You're the,
motion graph templates.
yeah,
This is
motion
what
graphics.
MoGraph
Yeah,
stands
yeah,
for.
yeah,
Graphic templates. So that way you
exactly.
can then always um did I freeze it? I didn't freeze it. Ryan. It's okay. At least it now has it. So we're gonna wait till it kind of pops in, gets rid of that sun, and then I'm gonna freeze it.
Hmm.
Um and this should be able to do it relatively fast.
Here we go. Object matting.
Object matting. And like I said, you can see that we've got some goofiness going on here. If I really cared, we would be doing it in 4K and we could go in and go side by side. But like, I really don't think that it's going to be something that is noticeable and important for this project. So
That is
we're
fair.
just not going to touch on it.
So for those that might have just be tuning in or just getting started, so this freezing process, can you kind of explain from like, if it's not too much of a stream
No, no,
filler,
no.
like what exactly does that process look like with that object map? Like what is this doing exactly?
This is just locking it in and saying don't mess with it anymore because the program's going to be reinterpreting based on the adjustments that you make and what you're moving around, especially if you're painting in new areas, removing other areas. When it goes
Right.
frame by frame, it is saying, okay, cool, like I'm listening to what you're saying, I'm going to make adjustments. So freezing is the last step that you do to say, okay, no more changes. Like when I play it through, like make a decision and we're going to keep that decision unless I come back in and say otherwise.
Gotcha.
Um, so once we do this, we don't really adjust much else. This is when I kind of then bring it into other things to then um, adjust from there.
This makes
So
sense. Yeah, yeah. This makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
And I can see where it's useful in After Effects too, because we don't want to, you know, totally disrupt our assets in this
yeah.
case as well. Got a nice comment
Okay.
from Kane in the chat saying, I would love to continue learning After Effects. Brands are always looking for motion designers. And that is true.
Yeah.
That is
It's one of
true.
those things that even no matter what, you're never going to regret learning something, even if it
No.
becomes proprietary, or not proprietary, even if it becomes like something comes in and is better than it. To
Hmm.
know the process behind it is going to uh, make you have an advantage over anybody else who didn't learn that original thing. That said,
Right.
After Effects isn't going anywhere. I would be devastated if it did. But I say always learn a new program. There's never a bad time to learn a new program.
Well, it's kind of like that basis of understanding the fundamentals, right? Like, I think if you understood how keyframing and object matting manually worked
Hmm.
previous, it does make this process even easier. Obviously,
Yeah.
like, no, no shade to object matting. Like, this makes all of our jobs so much more convenient. But we've had a lot of people come on for Feature Fridays, a lot of people that come on to Adobe Live where they're like, I love using like Gen Recolor or these other additions into Adobe, but it's like it's really nice to understand um like how color values work. It's really nice to
Yeah.
understand how complementary versus tertiary colors work. Like these are all fundamentals that
Ooh,
you just have an
he's
upper
using the
hand.
color terms.
I know we're out here.
We're at art school. What's going on?
We're
Um,
learning
no,
exclusive
I
stuff.
exclusive.
Exclusive to Feature
Um,
Friday, of course.
Also, something to say that like when you're learning these things and you're learning how stuff works, it definitely helps when working in a team, both as someone who is receiving
Oh
direction
yeah.
or giving direction. Because some of the best directors and producers of animation are people who have animated themselves, because then,
Right.
they can not only understand what they're talking about, but they can also understand what it takes. Because when you're working with the client, sometimes they're like, "Oh, this is just a quick edit," and you're like, "You don't realize that I have to completely rebuild the product to make that edit."
Yes.
Whereas if you're somebody who has experience in it, then you're going to be able to understand both like how long something takes, how hard something is, um, and it's going to make you a better team player in the
I
long run.
think that's like it's so funny you mentioned that because I've been working on some client work pretty recently where it's like I've been working with designers, and while that is
Yeah,
intimidating in a sense of like they know what they want, it's also not, because I think one of the hardest things when working with someone or when commissioning someone to have one of the skills that's the best is like design vocabulary, right? Like that is not something
yeah,
that is intrinsically placed in your brain. But if you are a designer, if you work with designers a lot, if you're an animator commissioning animation, like it can just make the job so much more streamlined, which is really, really cool. Which again is just a testament to like, even if you're like a hobbyist, learn this stuff. Because if you're commissioning someone, it can be very, very useful, you know?
And for art maxing, you're like doing different like terminology, right? Like there's
Yeah.
there's some flashcards and some trivia there. So if you guys
Yes.
want to check out some good content, that's some good content.
Hey, thanks, man.
Make sure you check out some art maxing. Okay, so here we have our, like I said, it's a little crunchy, but we knew that going into it. We now have this train that I would like. Yeah, we did way too much. We're gonna actually speed it up. We're gonna go
Ooh,
into time
fast
stretch.
train.
And we're gonna do stretch factor. It's opposite in Premiere and uh After Effects. So I always have to remember,
Oh.
like, do I want a lower number or a higher number? And in After
So in
Effects,
After
we
Effects,
want
if it's
a
lower, it's faster.
if it's lower, you're slowing it down,
Oh,
the stretch factor. So like you're saying, like, make this go 50% the normal speed. But in After Effects, when you go to stretch factor and you go to 50, it's going to uh speed it up because you're saying make it a shorter period of time.
gotcha.
Um,
That makes sense.
it's interesting. So
Because After Effects kind of goes based off of the timeline, where Premiere maybe goes based off of the clip. Is that does that sound right?
sure. All right, so we're gonna see. There's a few different ways we can do this. My instinct says to do a puppet warp, but but I'm glad I did that because
Nice.
exactly that. Because this is what I wanted to do.
This is
So,
awesome.
we're going to then. It's kind of disappearing though. So maybe we uh mess with the vertical distortion a little bit, to kind of bring up the height of it again. But I don't know.
This is kind
Maybe
of
it is a good
cool.
puppet work moment.
I like the
Um,
vibe.
yeah,
I'm
going
surprised they
for.
didn't break it either. Like this is a pretty cool demo of like not that I would expect it to totally like explode or anything, but like it kind of reads pretty well, all things considered.
All things considered. Um, all right.
Florian saying,
I don't
love
know.
this. I love it too. Jack also throwing the train emojis in the chat. Can we get some trains in chat just for
Trains
fun?
and trap.
Yeah, trains and books in chat.
Let's see. I kind of want to. This is what I'll do. I'll just
Okay.
manually
Little stretch.
um bring a stretch, which, like, that's its own discovery and its own issue. All right. Here we go. All right. So, we have this. I don't like the I mean, I guess I kind of like the sun. The sun's fine.
Sounds
The sun's
cute.
fine. It kind of annoys me. I wish it wasn't there, but now it's a feature, not
It's a happy
a
accident.
problem.
I
So we're
also kind of
gonna
like
bring
that
it
it's
down
revealing from the
lower.
book too.
Um, and so what I want to do here is, and there might be a good way to do this, who knows, but we're gonna do it this way. I'm going to just create a mat like this. Oh,
Nice.
didn't click the right thing. So I'm
Oh.
going to click the composition that we have.
Hmm.
And then I have the pen tool selected. So now it's going to make it a mask, which is not a shape. So there you go. See? And then now if we go down, press M, get our mask path, we can go and we can adjust how it expands.
Yeah.
I'm going to add an extra anchor point, which will then also, by extension, um, update it to the first one as well, and then we can just look at the keyframe in between
Wow.
to see if
I didn't
it's
realize it
there.
would be
Now,
that accurate.
since we're using the warp tool, actually, we might not want to put the mask on the actual. Yes, it's deleting a keyframe. That's what that warning was, by the way.
Mm.
Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a matte. Which is devoid from, or not divided. It's not devoid. It's my vocabulary is not great today. Um,
It's early.
Detached from
Yeah.
the layer itself. So what I did is I created a shape layer with the pen tool.
Hmm.
It still exists, but now it's invisible. But I went into the track mat and I took the little pick whip here and I attached it to the shape layer one. That way now I am telling it to use it as a reference as to what area I want things to be visible in.
These are some pro tips. Those that pick whip, I
Pro
don't feel like
tips.
people use as much as
I use that all the time,
I'd
dude.
like
It
to say. Yeah,
is
I learned about that
the best
recently.
one.
It's really good.
Um, and so then we're going to take this. I'm going to bring this up like this. This could probably even also maybe even be something like some sort of radial wipe if you wanted to or whatnot. There's always 10 different ways to make anything in these
Yes,
programs.
that's the beauty and the curse.
Um, and there we go. So now it is fully kind of in that
This
space.
looks awesome.
Um, what I don't know about, and this is also a benefit of it not being tied to it. I don't love that it's not in front of the hands, right?
Okay.
Um, so what we can do is I'm actually going to duplicate with Control D on that layer of the book. I'm going to put it behind it, and then that way we can actually create um, an additional mat here
Two
that
mats.
well, actually, this might actually be a good time to do a focus. We'll see if this works. Okay. We're gonna go. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna go to the top layer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring a mat and put it just around this hand. Now, granted, I did not try this before
Hey, this is the
I went.
beauty of live. We're
Um,
stress testing.
okay, here we go. So then we have mask path here, right? Um, if I make this invisible, we'll see. This mask is here. I just want to make sure. Wait, my mask. If I delete that mask. Do 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 do. I want to make that dead.
while you're
Um,
um, while you're adjusting this really quick, I just have to call something in chat, and I'm so sorry to cut off the instructions. It's just so funny because someone said, "Is this the hype train?" And then someone said, "Or is it the Adobe Express?" Is it a
that's
track
funny.
mat for the train? How fitting. So, we're if we get some train emojis in chat, or I guess train emoticons in chat, that'll be the Adobe Express train.
Well, actually, if we were to put it in front of the hands though, then how do I make it blend more into the book? So you know what? We're not gonna waste time on that. We'll just do it this way.
I was about to say, man, you're
Um,
you're above my understanding. We're on the learning mode from here.
I also want to go in and I'm actually going to remove some of the supports since the supports don't go all the way down.
hmm
Oh, or maybe we
hmm
should extend the supports. I don't know. What should we do? Let's see.
What is the
I'm being
difference
indecisive. I'm
between?
so sorry.
No, no, it's okay. I mean, this is a perfect like question to ask too. Like of like what does extending versus shortening the supports do in this context?
I just it's a whether or not we want to have it look like it connects to the book or not, right?
Oh, the supports of the actual. I understand the
Yeah,
supports
yeah,
of
yeah,
the train
yeah.
itself.
As
I
opposed to the
see. I
trains
see. I see.
itself. Um, so I'm gonna put this all on one layer, and then we're just gonna actually apply it to the same mask. Which you can just go in here into the contents. You can duplicate rectangles and such. Um, we're gonna go over here. We'll do a little rotate. Now, some of this you would generally hop into maybe something like Photoshop, and I would maybe make it look a little bit more realistic
hmm
to the supports themselves. But let's just do everything in After Effects and see where it gets us.
I mean, we're showing the
Um,
power of working in one program. You know what I mean?
yes.
The
Um,
possibilities.
I'm gonna put that over here. There we go. Yeah, that works pretty well, right?
I
I
love it.
mean, yeah, do that.
It's
Um,
cute.
so I was thinking we could probably do something in like also guys, do you guys notice I have not saved my project yet? Isn't that fun?
Uh oh.
That would be a awesome time.
Disastrous.
So I'm gonna quickly save that.
What are we naming it? Adobe Express Train? I'm just kidding.
Oh, I named it Feature
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah, yeah. That makes
Super
sense.
creative, right? Um, I'm gonna go. I wanna maybe let's get like Monument Valley in here. Um, which I've never been to. I would
Me
like to
either.
go.
Oh, is this in Don't
It's
tell me.
Arizona, I think, right?
Dang it. I was trying to
Sorry,
guess.
I
I
said
think
it
it is
before
Arizona.
you, whatever. But and guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go into object, Matt. You got
Yeah.
um, and see, I can just click it. I can just click it.
Jeez.
And
Wow.
then you can do things like you could shift the edge if you wanted to make it bigger or smaller. There's a feathering to it. Like I said, you can always switch into how it is perceived. So you could
Mm-hmm.
see kind of what previews are available. If I wanted to maybe see it almost like entirely just what it's going to do, I change it to 100% down here. I click down here and you can change the color. And then you can also like reduce chatter and stuff. This won't have much chatter. Chatter's just kind of the
Mm-hmm.
edge where it gets a little bit like clunky
Crunchy
and
kind of.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and then with propagation and stuff, you can also increase and decrease the search radius, which is just saying like around the parameters of the thing that I'm selecting, like how far should we go? You could actually turn on the search region, and you can bring it up and down to actually see when you're clicking something, just how it's going to look around that area as well.
Right.
Um, and then you can also adjust things like the classic controls where you can then mess with like the threshold and what have you. This one should be relatively fast because it's not a very motiony image, but it does have a color change in it. But it does a pretty good job at understanding the silhouette of objects
Yeah.
and being able to adjust there. Now, I don't less love some of this side here. So let's do the refine edge tool.
We're
You do have
just
this a lot
removing
for
some
like
of
hair and stuff.
the.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
holding down Alt and then I'm just gonna kind of go over top of it.
Nice.
Um, and then it's going to understand a little bit better what I'm looking for. I can also go in and we can do our selection brush tool as well if we want. And I can just get rid of that bad boy and bring it around.
Yeah,
So uh,
that
that's better.
is really, really useful. It's cool because I feel like you'd be able to kind of build out your own world. Like if you wanted to make like a little Mars world or
Hmm.
whatever, you could just pretty easily implement these into like a completely different background, completely different sky, go kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Um, to which we can actually include some skies in there as well.
Love that.
Um, in just a moment. And this is what 12 seconds long. So this also still aligns with what we've got.
Perfect.
Um, we're going along with that sun. So then the sun will also kind of go along with the idea of this darkening. And maybe it's more of like a sunset vibe than anything else. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. Just to give you a little time check, we've got about 17 minutes left.
ah!
Your mic. That was
Is that
awesome.
good?
That was
Okay.
awesome. Your
Okay.
mic
I'm sure
definitely
everyone who's
peaked a
only
little
listening
bit
to
for that.
audio loved that.
Yeah,
My
that's gonna be
mic peaked.
awesome.
They couldn't handle that? Come
It
on.
could. It just turned off. It just
No.
noise
What do you
canceling,
think?
putting in overtime for that one.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
awesome.
all right. Oh, actually, no, unplug that. Why did I just do that? Getting distracted while I'm doing it. So you can see it's still holding on. It's
Yeah.
it's holding the line. Even while
Hold.
it changes the sign, which is kind of cool. Because
Hold.
this is obviously becoming close to it, but it's understanding what it's looking at and referencing previous frames to be able to
Mm-hmm.
understand um what's going on. So I'm gonna freeze that bad boy. Then a track mat for a train. How fitting is funny. Your
You
new
saw that comment
ringtone.
too.
I'll
Yeah.
send you. I'll send you all a bunch of sound bites of me.
That's awesome.
Uh, and we'll make it feel like 2005 up in here. I'm like, it's your phone. It's ringing. It's
Yeah.
ringing. It's your phone. It was so embarrassing
Oh
when you
my
were at like a
gosh.
PTA meeting and some kid's parents like ringtone was that, and you know they're talking about the recent school bully, and then all of a sudden their phone goes off.
That's awesome. People couldn't believe putting it on a vibrate truly in like the
No,
2000s.
no, no. It was a different time. Uh, sad we left that. We left those
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah. It was
Uh,
a easier time.
easier time. Uh, but the other ways that so right now we're doing kind of a collage composition. We're bringing together um a world with different edges and using the object map tool. Some other ways that I use this in my day to day is when I'm making my videos on for Instagram or
Right.
YouTube, I will very easily uh, mat out the top of my head. That way, it can kind of overlap the area where my camera is into the content above so that I can be a little bit more intentional about how much space I am using on a vertical screen. Um, but I've also used this tool for a healthcare client where they wanted to have a ribbon wraparound actor. And that was also really good to be able to click it and then have the graphic on both the lower layer and the higher
Hmm.
layer to then be able to intertwine the two. Um, and you can just, yeah, I'm just mostly showing kind of this composition style because now that it is as fast as it is, you can get way more creative. Whereas like stuff like this used to take so much longer.
Right. I mean, this kind of opens up the world to like conceptualization as well too, and like world building. Generally speaking, like if you are an artist, there are uses for this as well. Of just like, oh, I want a non-still image of something. Like I want to build something out. Like it's a lot more room for just playing around, doing funky
Yep.
stuff, which is really really cool.
So we're gonna actually bring this down. I hit this area, which is region of interest, and then you can always go to composition, crop comp to region of interest, and it'll make it a nice smaller one for you.
Nice.
Um, and is this still huge? This is still kind of huge. So we're gonna do the same thing where we bring down the scripts, scale composition right now. Oh, it's 841 actually. That's not bad.
Sorry, this was
Um,
8K footage of
yes.
Arizona.
Could you imagine? Um, and so we'll take the same thing here. And oh, did we put it on the other one? Oops, that's fine. We put it on the wrong composition when we did this earlier. That's okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Happy
my
accidents.
performance still worked. So we'll put this here, maybe. We're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna keep on using the same object mat, which is also a
Yeah.
benefit of not tying something directly to the layer. That way you have there. And then I have a few things I already cut out in Photoshop.
Oh,
Um, like a little cactus.
nice.
Which we can put here. We'll put it below the book. Um, we'll have it pop
Dude,
up.
that cactus is the size of the mountain. It's huge.
It's all
I'm
about
joking.
perspective, man. All right, we'll do this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little scale. I'm going to unlink it so that I can individually adjust the axis so it's not always horizontal and vertical
I
entirely.
see.
And actually, what could be even fun is if we actually even add a rotation value here. Then that means we have to extend it a little bit more. But we can make it start earlier and we can make it land here eventually. Maybe we even give it a little position value. Holding P. If you hold U, Shift P, and then you hold U, U will bring you
Oh, is this guy
to all
gonna
of your stuff.
rotate?
Yeah, brotate.
Brotate?
All right, now I'm gonna say it right here,
Oh,
and
like
then we're
it's
gonna bring down.
unfolding.
Yeah, and we'll bring it
That's
down almost like a
fun.
pop-up book.
That's really cute.
And then we will bring it to its actual size. And we'll see how that works. All right,
Cute.
and I wouldn't mind if it was like higher up and goes down.
Wait, this is
Uh,
awesome.
and maybe we'll take the monument. We'll do the same sort of thing where it's gonna like maybe pop up, right?
Yeah. Dude,
Um,
I mean this with respect. The way you use keyframes freaks me out. You're so
oh, wait.
fast. You're just like whoa, drag, go, whoa, 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 shift P, go. It's like
Gotta
takes me
make it
like
happen.
too long to get things centered up. Ooh, we're getting that little spring effect. We're in the speed thing. I don't know what you call
Yeah,
this.
a
The
little
speed
speed ramp,
graph. Yeah.
the speed graph,
Ease in, ease out.
which I
This is so
know
cute.
is I'm still always still trying to figure out what they mean.
This is awesome.
um,
It's
I kind
very
of want to
like it feels
delay.
bubbly.
Now the train's kind of going too fast because it kind of opens too fast. So the beauty of that is we can still move this, and we can also still um. There we go. Yeah.
Wow.
And I have a few more cactuses, which we can implement.
Throw them in there.
Sorry, I've not been paying attention to chat.
No, it's okay.
Cacti can be tree size, maybe not mountain size though. Jack, what do you know?
A
What do
lot,
you know?
believe it or not.
Everything
So
about
much.
to ever be known about
Yeah.
Illustrator.
Yeah, literally. Which,
That's also true.
speaking of Illustrator, can I get a whoop whoop in chat because I did
Woo!
in the poll a little bit because Illustrator did win the favorite
Whatever,
Adobe
dude.
Creative Cloud app.
Whatever. It's
You know,
fine.
not to be biased or anything. If I could have put Fresco, I would have, and I know it would have won because it's one of the best of all time. But
Also,
Illustrator will
can
have
I
to do.
please go on record and say that I did not name these files? So the fact that someone spelled Arizona wrong was not my fault.
Arizona, Arazona.
Arizona.
That's awesome.
And so I just want to make sure that that is clear for
I
all of
am
our
literate. I
viewers.
promise.
Yeah,
Hey, clip
just
that. Clip that.
clip it.
Ryan misspelled
Brian doesn't know how to
Arizona.
spell. I did not. It was not me.
I didn't do that.
Sounds
So
like
funny.
I think you should
What does
teach
this
him.
remind me of? I really do feel like this kind of reminds me of Neverending Story a little bit, you know?
Never ending story.
Uh-oh,
Bring it down, I
DMC
guess.
claim. Yeah, this is cool.
I'm not a good enough singer in order to have a claim like that.
I don't
Save that
know.
for our Adobe Live After Hours as karaoke version.
Yes. Oh, karaoke. Wow. Pitch
That'd be
that.
horrible.
Pitch that to the higher ups. Karaoke while designing in After Effects. Karaoke Tuesday. Karaoke Wednesday. I don't know which one rolls off the
One of
tongue.
the days that starts with K. Which day
Yeah,
starts with K?
K. Karaoke Wednesday.
You got it. You got it,
Is
you
this
guys.
riveting? Are
Figured
you
it
guys
out.
enjoying this? Are you enjoying these
I'm
quips?
just adding as many cactuses as quickly as I can. I
Yeah,
know we're
yeah,
limited
of
on time
course.
because
You're
I
crushing
also
it,
have one
man.
other guy that we can also implement that I
It's
would like
fun
to
because I feel
before
like
you.
this is coming to life the more you add to it too, right? Like it's just it is showing that you can just mess around. We're chatting, you're just throwing stuff in there, kind of getting some stuff moving, and it is doing something, you know, like it is just you're building off of this idea more and more and more, just starting with like the okay, we're gonna cut out the book and then figure it out from there.
Yeah.
We weren't even gonna do the hands at first, and here we are.
We weren't going to do the hand of verse. Thank goodness we did, right? It would have been a
Yeah, I like it.
disaster otherwise. Now, this was also, I'm sure some of my old coworkers would disagree with you because I was always a chatty Cathy while I was always working.
Really?
So I work better because it's all visual stuff, right? So it's
Yeah,
like,
fair, fair, fair.
it's easier to talk while
Talk it
you're
out.
doing this
Oh, I like the
work on,
staggering.
rather than working on emails, right? All
No.
right. Yeah. Oops.
Oh, one of
We
those
didn't end up in
stopped.
the right spot.
Yeah.
Bring it down.
We're
Bring
so
it down.
back.
Did I accidentally delete that? We're so back. Um,
Nice.
put them
Ryan,
so
we've
that it
got
just
like
perpetrated.
2 minutes
Two
left.
seconds left.
Do you wanna give us like a rundown of what we went through today? Give us like a little recap for the replay or for the people that may have accidentally
Recap
just
for the
joined in.
replay.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, we used wonderful object mat, which is when you can cut out things like
Sorry,
this
just the
bird.
bird just threw me
Um,
off.
and you can see you can hop right in. This is a 20-second clip, which we do not need. But we are going to get him little birding, and I know we have seconds left. But
You got it,
guess
you
what?
got it, you got it.
We don't get cut off because we are on
Uh-uh.
YouTube now, so we're totally fine. Um, I'm gonna give it a little bit more here. Trim comp. We'll do this. And by being able to identify this bird very easily, we can just go straight in and I can just click it. It'll highlight it. We're gonna then, oh, it's got its mouth. Oh, I didn't realize it had audio. That was awful sound. I don't know if
It was
that picked
quiet
up
for
on
us.
yours or
It
not.
was pretty
Okay, thank
quiet for us.
goodness, because it was not a pretty noise. Um, this is not a elegant bird song.
I
Um,
know.
but you can see that we're doing it quite quickly right here because we're limited on time. But
Hmm.
it's going to cut out this bird for us and then put it on transparent background, and it's super quick. And we're able to edit it with refinements that are immediate responses that update all of our edge and cutting out. And it's just a great update performance tool. We did a lot of sitting and watching while it did it, which I know isn't the most riveting, but the
If
speed
you're
at
a,
which it does is impressive.
if you're a multitasker too, it gives you some time to kind of stretch,
Yeah,
maybe
I guess
catch
so.
up on your podcast, do
Procrastinate a bit
something,
more.
lock in a little bit. I mean, the power of this tool is like truly incredible. Like I want to definitely kind of highlight again that like it just saves us so much time as like After Effects designers, general just people that are trying to build out these animations, and you can see it cut out the bird like perfectly,
Super quick
very very
and very
easily.
well. And it even
Figured out.
figured out the mouth while, yeah, like you remember that when we first did it, it was like, oh, it had the mouth, but it made it switch it. And then, yeah, so it
Hmm.
uses context to then be able to. But now that we've locked it, it's able to go from there, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And so,
wait
yeah,
for
there are
this.
some spots.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Um, there are some spots where we could go in and we could refine with that brush, but I do know we are just about time. So,
Yes, I want to give you a second to be able to throw this on a transparent background, just so we can get the full effect at the end, and then we'll be
we'll go
heading
there.
on to the next stream, which
Which is what?
is I'll tell you in about 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Today's Friday, so that
It is
means
Friday. Happy
next
Friday, everybody.
up we have Marina Levy, uh, on some mini docs. I believe this will be an Adobe Express stream. So travel content,
Ooh,
which we love to see. We love
travel
to see people's
content.
uh experiences and them, giving us some carousel, some cool stuff like that. Also, Jack says the weird bird sound did not come through. Yeah, you can see. Look at that. Bird in the front. This is really funny. I'm not gonna lie, man. You
The most important
absolutely
out of it
crushed
all.
this today. I have to say that you gave us so much information in such a short amount of time, Ryan. And for those that want to keep up with Ryan outside of the Adobe space, make sure to click his Instagram link. I actually linked that in the chat. Follow the File News Show. Follow his Instagram. Support him on Instagram and YouTube because he's putting out the best designer news that you've never heard of. And yeah, give Object Matt a try. I keep wanting to say Object Mask because
Yeah.
that's what it is in Premiere, but give
Yeah.
Object Matte a try. It's a ton of fun. It's very very useful, and you can show the power of After Effects. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a little comment down below if you enjoyed it, and if you're in the replay, make sure to start from the beginning. But I hope you did if you're at the end. So yeah, see you
Yep.
guys later. Until next
Thank
time.
you so much. Until
Bye
next time.
bye.
Bye.